One of the areas you're going to be dealing with, if you have not already, which is probably the most unfair of all experiences of survivors of sexual abuse, is the issue of why you, why me. It's one of the reasons I'm doing this video personally, because in listening to numerous survivors of sexual abuse over the years, as friends and colleagues, and as well as through my work as a police detective, this question always comes up. It's the dynamic of blaming oneself. One thing we always have to continue to remind survivors is that it's not your fault. And it really isn't. It is completely not your fault what happened to you. And many times the perpetrator's statements made to you, some examples, I remember many female victims saying that the perpetrator during the sexual activity would say things like, I'm doing this to you because you were bad. You were bad in school. The child literally interprets that as that they did something bad, and this sexual activity is a punishment. When in fact we know that the deviant, sexually offending perpetrator is thinking of a more fantasy type behavior, or even the conflict surrounding that this person is a trusted person. This is a parent. This is a very special uncle or friend of the family or member of the church. And layer on top of that the position of authority that this individual has, and the initial feelings, usually stated by the perpetrator toward the child, that this is a very special time or activity of what has taken place. And then the realization later, in late teens or as an adult even, that all this person was doing to you was sexually abusing you for their own personal sexual gratification. And why you? Why did it happen? The answer is very, very complex. It is found in understanding sex offenders, and unfortunately, even the institutions and organizations that these offenders operate out of, whether it's schools or churches or sports teams or organizations like the Boy Scouts, or what have you. There is no simple answer, and actually the answer is in that particular type of perpetrator. But what you need to understand is that it is not your fault. That there's a much more malevolent, if you will, reasons why this individual chose you, and it may have been for no other reason that you were available and that this individual had access to you. And that can be very, very unfortunate. This is all reason you should seek professional support as well as clinical assistance in helping you better understand this and more issues surrounding your own victimization.